It's really quite an honor to give this next award out for a couple of reasons. The person that it's named after, Hugh Durham. What most of you don't know is that I was a 1968 graduate of Florida State University, where Coach Durham was the coach. And when you look at the legacy of Florida State basketball, Coach played basketball in the early years of Florida State's program. It didn't become co-ed until the 50s. And he played and is still one of the greatest players that ever played at Florida State. But he turned a program around that was considered a small mid-major type program, and he really was the guy that turned it into a high major. And I was a student at Florida State, and I didn't play because I simply wasn't good enough. But at the same point in time, I was trying to learn the game. This was 1968 when I graduated, and so during this time, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and I knew I wanted to coach basketball. And what I've learned through my 40 years of being a college coach, that through this journey, the biggest thing that we can say is, do we make a difference in people's lives? We're judged by wins and losses, but really and truly, what it gets down to, in my opinion, is, do we make a difference in people's lives? Well, this man made a difference in my life, and I want to share that with you a little bit, because I didn't play basketball, loved it, but he allowed me to come to practices, or at least watch through the windows at Tully Gym and look down and see what was going on. I took a job as a junior high school coach in 1968. He was at a clinic in Destin, Florida, and I wanted to find out more about what I'd seen at practices. He says, get a couple of your buddies and let's go to the room and we'll X and O. He took that time to do that. I was going to graduate school at Middle Tennessee State University when I got a call from a principal that said, Coach Durham said I needed to hire you as a head basketball in high school. It opened a door up for me at Ocala Vanguard to become a high school basketball coach. He made a difference in my life because even though I didn't play for him, it was important that he helped people move forward and make something of themselves. We continued to study the game, and any time I needed to know something about the game or find out something about the game, he was always there. He built programs at Florida State. He took Georgia to the Final Four. He's the most competitive man that I've known. If you ever have an opportunity to see him compete in anything, you will see what I'm talking about. He was a great coach, but he's the best badminton player I ever saw. He's the best racquetball player I ever saw. You don't play him on a golf course, but he's competitive. But he has made a difference in this game. He made a difference in my life, but he has made a difference in this game. And Joe, what you people are doing with regards to this event and seeing the wonderful people that awards are named after, simply fantastic. Because it is people like that that are the front runners that make it for you young coaches out there that pave the way. Don't ever forget that. And for the young coaches that are out there that are sitting in and receiving this award, pass it on. You see the sign, pass it on. Coach Durham, you made a difference in my life. You made a difference in a lot of people's life. And this award goes to a person that I'm proud to be given the honor to, because here's a guy that has paid his dues. One of the most humble coaches in the game, doesn't have the big ego, coaches his rear end off, has taken a program from the ditches, from nothing, to what it's done today, and never complained. Has had to play guarantee games that none of us would want to play, but he did it. He never complains, doesn't make excuses. But the Hugh Durham Award goes to the Mid-Major College Coach of the Year. And that award this year goes to a well-deserved person, Eddie Payne, South Carolina Upstate.
This may surpass one of the greatest moments of my life when I helped lead songs along with Cliff on a bus going to Saratoga Springs one day with a bunch of coaches and wives. He did the singing. I kind of stitch along with Mitch type of thing. But everybody out here has been involved in basketball understands when you win something like this what it really means. And what it means is you have a group of young men that from day one demonstrate the desire to get better. They listen. Well, and not every team has this. We all know that. But you have kids that want to learn, that look at you like they really want to hear what you got to say. They try to do what you ask them to do. They give physical effort, mental concentration. Your coaching staff is working in conjunction with them. I mean, this team, we never had anybody late for study hall, on time for practice, ready to go. I mean, those things make it fun to coach. And it's really humbling to feel like that you are able to garner a group of young men for one cause and get them all working in the same direction, putting their egos aside. We had 4 sophomores that played last year as freshmen. We got beat. We won 5 games. Talented kids, but just got beat. We had a young man sitting out, and then we bring in 4 freshman guards this year. We got our first meeting was like, all right, this guy's name's Adrian, this guy's name, we don't know each other. And to see them come together and do what they did this year was truly a blessing to me. I know when it was over with, the last game, I told them that it was an honor for me to have the opportunity to have coached them because their attitudes was consistently the best group I've ever had, I think. And when that happens, you got a chance to be successful. And then as Cliff was talking about making a difference in people's lives and having an impact on kids, then you begin to really feel good about it. Not just because you scored more points than the other team, but because you got a group of young men that you can actually see mature and grow before your eyes. So I'm honored to have the opportunity to accept this, and I'm just really thrilled for those young men and everybody in our program, our coaching staff, our trainer, our managers, everything. So thank you very much for this award. Thank you.